here on earth, because heaven's going to be a whole lot different. Amen? Go ahead, Brother Deneas.
Thank you. Good morning, saints. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Elder Anthony S. Sendejas. I'm a graduate of the Long Beach Christian College. I'm honored to say I'll be a 3-time graduate of Long Beach Christian College. I want to thank First Lady and my pastor, Dr. Harden, for allowing me to do this. There's a quote in the college that says that you will learn what you did not know. I couldn't believe what I did not know. You can see I have a sense of humor. Cinco de Mayo is an annual celebration held on the 5th of May. However, it is a common misconception that it is the date of Mexico's gained its independence from France. That is not the date. In fact, the date is September 16th. Cinco de Mayo is observed as to commemorate the Mexican army's unlikely victory over the French. When on the 5th of May in 1862, 4,000 Mexican soldiers under the command of General Ignacio Zaragoza were victorious over the French army, the French force of 8,000. The battle was fought in the town of Puebla, which is located 100 miles east of Mexico City. Cinco de Mayo is not celebrated everywhere in Mexico as a regional holiday, but is observed in America and many other countries and in the world as a celebration of Mexican heritage and pride. Mexico at the time was not only facing military battles with world powers, Spain, France, England, and the United States, but was facing political battles from within, which caused a civil war shortly after gaining their independence from France. When studying the history of Cinco de Mayo, there were some facts that came to light that I found interesting and wanted to share with you. One, the original name of Pueblo was Pueblo de Los Angeles, and then was renamed after Zaragoza's death. It says the night before the battle, there was a severe thunderstorm, which slowed the French's attack on the Mexican force, which leads me to believe that there was some divine intervention. Place, dates, and names. For all of our lives, we hear names of people who we admire and respect, for they were known to be people for the people. Win or lose, live or die, they would fight for what they believed in. In studying this study, I found out that Benito Juarez was the one that went against Zaragoza and caused the Civil War. It has many other implications. The Catholic Church, the conservatives wanted to stay with the dominance of the Catholic way over their country, and Benito Juarez, which was a liberal, did not. And so when you study, you'll learn these things. But I thought this was very intriguing, because when I didn't know Benito Juarez was before Pancho Villa and Zapata, so I learned something here, my own heritage. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I'll give you 2 more minutes because my brother Elder, he'll get me off of here quick. But anyway, California, Mexico used to go all the way to the Canadian border. If you look at the old-time maps, Mexico was almost the size of a continent. However, when the United States took California, Mexico got in a war with the United States when they took Texas and just started divvying it up, and when it was still property of Mexico's. So started the Mexican-American War, and which they took not only Texas, but they took California, Nevada, Arizona, Oregon, all the 5 states. And so I got to be very honest with you, we that were born here in the United States had a certain resentment against the United States because we knew we were on our own land, but it had been taken away from us that many indigenous people of the world have had to go through because whoever had the gun had the might, you know what I mean? And so, they got their ways, and colonialism was allowed. My brother Morris gave me what was it? The doctrine of discovery, where people that were rich got to say that if you were poor and you were ignorant, that you didn't have a right to have what you had. And so it's terrible that the things that go on this way. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad to be in this country, to be a citizen of the United States. However, our roots go way back. When I talk about Benito Juarez, Cesar Chavez, Pancho Villa, Zapata. Those are people that, that I automatically respect and admire for, like I said, live or die, win or lose. They fought for what they believed in. But one that I really touches my heart is the man in, gosh, I can't believe that no, it's not. It's that African that spent 30 years in jail and then became the leader. Nelson Mandela. I love and respect that man without having known him. And I listened to a guy named Hugh Masekela, which knew him at the time and came to the United States. If you guys know Hugh Masekela, you know how they say, Liliana. That's right. I was listening to that guy when I was 15 years old, and he knew, Nelson Mandela personally. But so I'm glad that, again, I want to thank my pastor for allowing me to share. This has been my church for over 3.5 years, and I ain't going nowhere. God bless you. Oh, wait a minute, because Sister Foster's got an add-on. Sister Foster. Sister Foster's going to finish it up for me. She helped me a great deal on that. She led it, and then I just, anyway.
Buenos dias, church. Just for clarity, I have some definitions for you today. Chicano, spelled Xicano, are the native people native to southern Mexico and Central America. They did not have a written language. The ch sound, written in Greco-Roman alphabet, was put in there by the Spanish, but not by those native people. Hispanic is a Spanish-speaking person living in the United States of Latin descent. Latino is a person of Latin American origin or descent. Chicano in North America is a person of Mexican origin or descent. Mexican Americans are Americans of full or partial Mexican descent. Some members of the community prefer to call themselves Chicano. So that's what I will do too. Therefore, all of my research falls into the Chicano category. So no Jaime Escalantes, no Raquel Welches, no Desi Arnaz, no Soledad O'Briens, because we're strictly with Chicano people. Okay. One of the ones that Elder Sendejas wanted me to discuss is Cristobal Aguilar. He was born in Pueblo de Los Angeles in 1814. His family lived in a spacious adobe home on North Main Street. He is most famously known for being the first Los Angeles-born mayor of the city and the last Chicano mayor until the election of Antonio Villaraigosa in 2005. Aguilar's career is connected to many firsts in the city's history. For example, the house he grew up in on Main Street was used as the first hospital in the city in 1858. It eventually became Los Angeles County General Hospital in 1878. From 1852 to 1864, he was a member of the Los Angeles Common Council, later to be known as the City Council. He founded the park that is now known as Pershing Square. As the city's water manager, he oversaw the system of ditches that brought water into the homes in the early days of the city. One of Aguilar's most important decisions was his 1868 veto of an ordinance to sell the city's waterworks to a private company. By preventing the sale, Aguilar guaranteed Los Angeles' success. Upon leaving the mayoral office, he became the city water manager, considered to be one of the most important jobs in the city. Plus, it paid 50% higher than the mayor's salary. Later in life, Aguilar wrote a column for Las Cronocia, a Spanish-language newspaper about local community issues. He passed away at the age of 68 in his house on Water Street, fitting for someone who did so much to keep water flowing in the early days of Los Angeles. More importantly, he left a reputation of honesty, ability, and kindness of heart. Okay, the second one I'm going to do is, I don't have it in order here. I'll save him for later. Are there any dog lovers in the house? Cesar Felipe Milian Farvella was born August 27, 1969 in Mazatlan, Sinaloa, Mexico. He is a Chicano dog behavior specialist with over 25 years of canine experience. He is a widely known Emmy-nominated television series called The Dog Whisperer. It was produced from 2004 to 2012. It is broadcast in more than 80 countries worldwide. Mr. Millan is a New York Times best-selling author and has his own line of dog products and instructional DVDs. One of Caesar's many dogs, named Daddy, was an American Pit Bull Terrier. Millan later selected another Pit Bull puppy named Junior as Daddy's protege to learn Daddy's role after Daddy's death in February 2010. Cesar Millan became a permanent resident of the United States in the year 2000 and became an American citizen in 2009. He currently lives in Los Angeles, California. Okay, are there any Laker fans in the house besides me? Okay. Cedric Z. Zabalos was born August 2nd, 1969 in Maui, Hawaii. He is a Chicano professional basketball player in the NBA, mostly playing for the Phoenix Suns and the Los Angeles Lakers as a small forward. Cedric's jersey number was number 23 for the Royal Purple and Gold. He stood at 6'7" and weighed 235 pounds. Cedric is only one of 3 Laker players to ever score 50 points in one game. Prior to his NBA career, Ceballos played basketball at Dominguez High School in Compton, California, and graduated in 1986. Go Dons. In 1992, Cedric won the NBA All-Star Slam Dunk Contest when he dunked the ball blindfolded. He dedicated the dunk to Magic Johnson and earned a perfect score of 50 points. It was awesome. Because Ceballos has Mexican ancestry, he was invited to play for the Mexican national team in the 1992 Summer Olympics in Barcelona, Spain. On January 10th, 1997, the Lakers traded Ceballos back to Phoenix for Robert Horry, and the rest is history. Yeah.